In this episode, I'm gonna show how to go from this to this. What's up guys, welcome to the vlog game. Matt here as always. So if you're here for the first time, you know the drill. Just subscribe so you can help the channel. Dude, I cannot wait for the headlights. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna work here in the garage. As you guys can see, I have everything set up. I will close the door because we're gonna need more lights, so you're not gonna see the truck that much. You have two types to do this kind of job. If you did like I did on the Corvette, and I'll show you here. What I did on the Corvette, I replaced the what is that? I replaced the lens on the Corvette, and how I did it, I put this lens on the oven for like 15-20 minutes at 200 to 210 degrees. So then you can separate the lens from the housing. But what happened is, this car, it was a 2007. The newest car, like my Colorado 2017, they have something called PermaSeal. PermaSeal, it's really hard to work with, right? You can put in the oven, but you still can put it apart, but it's gonna take you so much effort to take it, whatever is left in the house. So you have two options. You still can do that, put on the oven for like 15 minutes, try 15 more at 200, max 220. But with this one here, I'm not gonna do that, right? We're gonna cut the headlights. Damn! I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, it's the best way to do. And to cut the headlights, you need a saw that you can cut. I'm using this one. I'll leave the link in the description below. I have everything from this brand just because of the batteries. I put here a couple of tools, like a plier, a couple of those trim tools too. Here is what we're gonna need to seal the headlights, right? Black silicone. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can buy the bigger one or the smaller one. I went with the smaller one because I don't know how often I'm gonna use this. Of course, I'm gonna use my glass. I'm wearing glasses already, so but just for protection, you're gonna need anything like this, like a rotary. I got this from Harbor Freight for $10, and of course, you're gonna need a paint, right? I went with this one here, which is universal white. I bought like 2 cans for headlights, so just in case. And of course, we're gonna do our clear coat. And here's one thing I thought, right? These are lens tint. You see the LED stripe over here? I don't want to be white, so we're gonna tint it, and we're gonna tint also the amber part. And I figure this is gonna be better than actual windows tint, like, you know, put in the car. So this is gonna be better. Of course, we need the headlights. I'm gonna use the compressor just for air, because when we start cutting, it's gonna make a mess, and I wanna make sure that the lenses are clean, and inside they are clean as well. And you're gonna need a bunch of clamps, right? I will leave a link in the description below for everything you might need it. But as far as I know, everything we need is over here, right? So what I have to do now is just move the car. Another thing it's good to do is wear gloves, because all the oil on your hands, we don't want to. Outside is not a problem, but inside you don't want to touch anything. So gloves. There you go, gloves, right? This is pretty much a two-man job. Like if you have somebody to hold the headlights for you, it's gonna work better. But I don't have anybody, so I will try to do it by myself. We're gonna use this saw to cut right, like as close as you can from the black housing, but not too close. So you see what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. It's not gonna crack. It's not gonna do anything bad. And then once we're done, we're gonna be able to remove everything at once, right? So let's cut it. Don't be afraid to cut, because those things, now we're gonna use this tool here to make sure everything is smooth. So once we should be able to remove everything we need. And we're gonna work on this part first. We're gonna remove all those bolts here, you see, and so on and so forth, to make sure there's nothing. Then we're gonna trim, and then we should be able to paint it. See here, this is the wire for the LED light. So it's attached here with 3M tape, and then just remove it. That's the LED part of it. We're gonna put aside. We're not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna do anything with it. This part should come off. There you go. That's the part we're gonna tint it, and also this one here. This part here, you gotta lift it, and see, this black trim comes off. And then you remove that one. We're not gonna do with this one. I'm gonna keep the same way. And then the part we want. You can remove those parts by hand, right? Or we can use our tool over there. So you can use whatever you have. Like if you have like a sander or whatever. I'm gonna use this because that's what I have. Alright, what I did, I don't know, my camera is looking really funny. I used the compressor to clean the housing, the lens. Now we are ready to paint, and we're gonna do like 3 or 4 coats, 15 minutes between coats or 10 minutes between coats, and then we're gonna apply the clear coat. Same for them, maybe 2 or 3 coats, depends how dark that gets. Whenever you use this, make sure you give it like a couple of coats, because this can just, you know, be a mess, and then you have to sand all this stuff. That's what happened when I did the Corvette. If you're not used to, you know, deal with spray cans, just get some practice in small stuff, because this is a little stressful if you have to sand that part. But it's very simple, everyone can do. If I can do, of course you can do too. Let's apply the first coat of on the bezel and the amber. Remember, you can wrap it, but I don't wanna, I'm just gonna paint it. 15 minutes, and then we're gonna apply a second coat in everything. So just remember, doesn't matter how many coats you're gonna get, just give like 10-15 minutes between coats, and it should be fine. The final touch, clear coat. It has been 24 hours since we painted. And just one thing about the painting, right? I mean, you can paint like I did with a regular spray can, or if you know somebody who can paint for you, you can do that too. Just, you know, put a part and sand, because painting is not easy though. I'll tell you, I could have done a better job, but hey, I think each can is like $8. For sure somebody's gonna charge me a bunch of money to paint it. And I don't mind open again if that's the case. I don't want to, but I don't mind it. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna seal it. So I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod, and we're gonna use that black silicone that I just showed you, which is actually over here. That's the one we're gonna use it. Actually I bought 2 and should be good. The only thing about closing is to make sure that everything is clean before you close everything out, right? So, well, let's do it. We're gonna reverse the process, right? So I'm gonna start assembling everything back. And this should be the easiest part so far, because the hardest part is gonna be attaching the lens back on the housing. You see how it's gonna be the black and the white. Some people don't like it. I don't know if I'm gonna like once it's on, but I'm giving it a shot. I know it's a lot of risk, but hey, with no risk, no return. So here we have the housing painted. A lot of people, they're gonna hate it, and to be honest, I don't even know how it's gonna look like, you know, with the LEDs on. But hey, it's a trial. Bear with me, right? I hope I can upgrade everything for LED, which is over here, and then we can just put it back on. There we go. That's how it's gonna look like, of course. Now it's the most important part, which are the lens. I recommend you put a gloves for this part because you don't want anything touching the lens. And you see how it's crazy, dude, how the fitment, even cutting, how it's perfect. I'll show you here. You see here the cracks? We're gonna cover with silicone. And don't worry about it, because all those parts, they're gonna be covered. So we should be really good to go over here. But look at that. Look at that. Look, it's way different, right? Dude, it's not, I mean, it's not done yet, and I hope, I don't know, the real test is gonna be when we get water or not in it. I hope we don't, because I'm sealing with a better silicone that actually comes with. A lot of people complain about the quality of those headlights, and to be honest, this is the best way to fix it, because I'm putting new silicone all the way around. We should not get water, but who knows. But hey, look at that. You know, for being my first set of headlights, the paint job is not bad at all, right? What do you think? And taking consideration, I'm using spray cans in my garage, like $10 spray cans, and dude, doesn't look bad at all, at all. I cannot wait to see how that's gonna look in the truck. You're gonna see me on a time lapse applying the silicone over here all around, and then I'm gonna let see for 24 hours, put some clamps to hold together as good as it can be, and apply the silicone and let's sit. Let's sit. Don't rush, because this is probably the most important step, right? All right, so as you guys saw, I put a bunch of clamps on it, and here I wait until like maybe tonight. I'm not gonna show this on camera, but maybe tonight I'll just remove this and then put on the bottom. But pretty much that's how it's gonna sit for the next 24 hours. I'm gonna polish the lens as well. So what I was saying, those parts doesn't really matter. The part that you're gonna be able to see, that's what you need to keep clean. You see when we install this, dude, you cannot beat something you do by yourself. Look at that. I think this is the first Colorado headlights I see like this. Well, we'll see if it's gonna work, because I'll tell you, I get it why people do on the OEM headlights, because those, the quality, it's not up there. That's the problem with it. I mean, once you open, you can really see it. My goal is to make it work, and I hope it's gonna work. All right. So 1, 2, 3.